Let me give people some background for this question, right? They might have seen just before the major that apEX out of nowhere just flamed some people in the French scene. Because what's funny is you have to realise all the people who don't know me and who know each other, they were all thinking like you're like going to come and flame me next if I say like Vitality's not good, but they don't know the backstory again because they don't read the fucking websites, which is in the French scene, right? First of all, like all scenes in like French in CS or football or Spanish in football or fucking League of Legends, the fans are fucking crazy. Like if you win in there, they love you, you ride with you. If you lose once, everyone needs to be fired. You're all trash. Like everyone except Zimu or whatever their favorite players. He's maybe allowed to be okay, but the rest of you are all trash. And people were saying to you about you the whole time, especially the international team, you should be fired. You're garbage. You're not good in-game leader. So I know that it was based on more than just that. It wasn't just like a one tweet that set you off. That was like in English you say the straw that broke the camel's back. You know, it's like it doesn't matter. It seemed like a small thing. I get why this was, but if people don't know, like, I get why you did that line where you said after the match, like, fuck you, because if you think I'm not a good in-game leader or whatever, because let me lay the story out. Like, you had the 2020 lineup where you weren't even supposed to be the in-game leader. And as I said, by the end, you could make a case it was the best team in the online era. Dude, every other great leader pretty much just had the excuse in the online era of like, it's online, it's shit, isn't it? They're all fucking randoms with the Coca-Cola sat in the chair. Like, you can't beat them. Like, everyone else got an excuse. We all gave Carragher a pass. He was allowed to just chill for like a year, then come back when it was lands. And we were like, oh, no problem. We'll forget about that, Carragher. That never happened, that one. Then you obviously had the 2021 where the team's actually, like we say, it's a pretty rough roster on paper. And at the end of the year, you have them as one of the better land teams. 2022 was bad, but pretty swear, when a bad year still involves winning a trophy, that's not too terrible, is it? And then this year, you won the 2 trophies in a row, you've won a major, and you've done it with an international lineup. Only Carragher had done that before. Essentially, apEX must be one of the best in-game leaders in the world, right?
Well, I'm never gonna say that, but I always believe that I was up there, and I when I look at in-game leaders, there are not a lot of in-game leaders that impress me when I play against them or I'm watching them. When I feel like, okay, this is smart, or I like the way they play, or blah blah blah, and I always had a lot of confidence in my strength about reading the game. So obviously, once again, as you said, it was really important for me to get this out, this frustration about like people understeering me. Once again, when you have Zaiwu, and the fun part with that is that, okay, Magis and Dupree have been like fantastic players, but they're thinking that I had the 2018-19 Magis and Dupree
Yes.
in 2022.
Yes.
No, I didn't have them, and they will be honest. It's true, I didn't have them. Of course, I had Zaiwu, and of course I had Spinks, but Spinks also wasn't the end player. So, but everything is my fault, and I'm fine with that. But I also it's what's going on with a lot of in-game leaders and players in general. When you're in-game leader and your team is doing bad, you're the worst in the world. But when your team is doing good, it's because of Zaiwu. He's been fantastic in this tournament.
Yes,
a classic one. But I'm fine with that. The most important thing for me has been that my team have been following me, and whatever happened, and they've been behind me, and then. If they believe that I was still at the level, that was fine for me. It meant that I've done a great job. And obviously, sometimes you want to answer it on Twitter or blah blah to Nel, for example, or to whoever I answer to, because it's frustrating to hear that people, they don't understand shit. But whenever it's working, then they licking your ass, and that's the fun part. And so right now, obviously, I'm enjoying that, and it feels really good. But yeah, I think it's been a really good like achievement for me to be able to win a major after 8 years of waiting, almost after Dreamclusion and Apoca. Being a player that the only player that's been winning a major 7 years and a half after. Also, like who did like being just a normal player and become like really good in game leader. I think like Glaive did that, but he didn't have a career before
exactly,
that.
Yeah.
I had a whole career. I win maybe 15 trophies being just a player. But then I also won as in-game leader, and it just proved that, I'm also like up there with a lot of players and a lot of in-game leaders, and it just feels good to be there. And just once again, it just comes back to make people wrong as well. I love to prove them that I will be able to do it, and it's not because I just won my second major that I've done, and it's gonna happen again. Maybe I will have it done. And also, Carrigan is the best example about that. He's been like kicked from teams, and like people thought he was done, but no, he's never done. And he's done that thing that no one has done, and it's been like really good to see that. And I just enjoy those stories. I just enjoy those guys because I think we can have the same players, and in terms of like we really hardworking people, and I really like love the stories about people hardworking that are coming back and just make people wrong. Like when he was kicked by FaZe, like everyone thought that he was the worst garbage in the world, and blah blah. He won with mouse. He won with mouse tournaments, and who would have believed that? Of course, he had like really good Frozen and Robs, but he created that.
Yep.
When your star players are playing good, you need to fucking give credit to the in-game leader. He is there for something. He creates a really good like out for everyone to feel good in it. And then coming back to FaZe is like the end of the story for him. In some point, because he's done what he deserved. But yeah, I just love that, and I think that at some point I have a close story like him, and it just feels so good to be able to have that, because I've been working my ass off for so long, and being able to see that hard work pays off is something that is just the best thing in the world.
See more cool, funny, interesting clips based on topics from my content? Well, subscribe to this channel then, or, be a pleb and don't.